You know, legend has it that if you walk in front of a mirror, turn off the lights and say, white diamond 3 times in a row, she won't appear. Isn't that terrifying? I gotta try this myself. White diamond, white diamond, white diamond. Well, I don't know what I expected. Did you know we have a Roundtable amino? That's right. Our wonderful sponsor Amino has crafted a kick-ass amino dedicated for us and you, the viewer. For the unaware, Amino is the best app to connect with those who share your interests, and there's practically an amino for everything. Steven Universe, Star Wars: The Force of Evil, Rick and Morty, and now, the Roundtable. With this amino, you can meet others from this nice little community we built throughout the last year and a half, with fan art, creations, theories, polls, and more. We also post them there as well. Feel free to swing by and check them out. Username is AwestruckVox. You think you know everything there is to know about us? Then take a crack at the official Roundtable Amino quiz created by us. Only the biggest Roundtable fans will be able to beat it. You can find it on my profile. Amino is available for iOS and Android. Link in the description. Welcome back to Crystal Clear on the Roundtable. I'm AwestruckVox, and it's that time again. Time to talk about who, now that Pink Diamond is revealed, is officially the most anticipated character to debut in Steven Universe. I'm of course referring to the diamond we all refer to as White Diamond. We are now 5 seasons, 140 episodes, and countless of memes deep into the series, and while we've had name drops, face reveals, and proper introductions for Yellow Diamond, Blue Diamond, and Pink Diamond, there's only one giant woman that remains an enigma to the audience. And yes, despite being defective, Pink Diamond is still considered a giant woman. Someone who seems taller than Savani can probably step on me. Hubba hubba. At this point, it's just kinda weird. We've seen Yellow Diamond and Blue Diamond in present day, Pink Diamond in a flashback after multiple episodes of name drops, murals, and silhouettes, but nothing on White Diamond. Her name hasn't even been uttered yet, so that name is still unconfirmed, although I do believe it was in the art book, but in the show it's unconfirmed. Come on, Crewniverse. Can we get anything? A concrete name, favorite ice cream flavor, social security number? Pretty please? The story of the diamonds is really starting to heat up. We're finally starting to get some questions answered. However, we're only going to solve the puzzle once we have all the pieces. And White Diamond is the piece the Crewniverse is holding for ransom via an outrageously overpriced listing on eBay. No, I will not pay $800 for your Szechuan sauce, sir. I think the biggest questions fans are asking right now is, besides when the heist will end, April, when will White Diamond actually get introduced into the story? Well, that's what we're going to figure out today. By the end of this video, you will know when we'll finally see the final diamond enter the stage and shake up Steven Universe as we know it. Alternatively, Steven's universe will no longer be the same. Whichever one sounds cooler. First, let's go over what we actually know about White Diamond, what we can infer, and how that relates to the story. Why the plot hasn't needed her to appear yet, what will be needed for her to appear, and how close we are to meeting those requirements. While she was always present in both diamond insignias that appeared throughout the show, that we'll touch on again in a bit, White Diamond's first significant presence was in the episode It Could Have Been Great, a mural depiction of her being the focus as the gang's passing through the moon base's first floor. This mural, as many have analyzed before, says a lot. She seems to have the most colonies out of any of the other diamonds. It's the only mural facing forward, as if she's front and center, and if that giant spear she's holding in the middle represents a colony like the others, she possesses ownership of the gem homeworld. Pair that up with her diamond taking presence above the others in the insignia, aside from her gem placement, this does establish a higher level of power in the Diamond Authority. She is without a doubt the true leader of gem kind. While Yellow and Blue hold equal levels of power, they still have to adhere to White at the end of the day, cycle. There's also that giant structure that strongly resembles White Diamond, smack dab in Homeworld skyline. Is it a statue? Tower? Base? Ship? White Diamond herself? We've touched on this before. I personally think it'd be interesting if it was, and want it to be a base. A final boss's castle type deal. And it being a ship supports the mecha theory. As scoopy as it sounds, I still think they kinda could make it cool. Okay, so she's the leader of Homeworld and is the master of all masters. Awesome, intimidating, but why does this mean she has to appear anytime soon? Now, admittedly, it doesn't. As the point we're currently in the series, the big beef between our protagonists is between Yellow Diamond and Blue Diamond. Even before they're aware of Steven's existence, Yellow had the cluster incubating, ready to destroy the Earth. A grudge was still there. there. We really can't say the same with Light, who just seems to have ghosted everyone, being absent at Rose's trial, and while it could be for a good reason, it's possible she just didn't care enough about Pink Diamond to show up. That's what makes her so interesting, what provokes the mystery and intrigue. Why wouldn't she care about Pink Diamond to the point of not even taking the trial of the gem who's strong enough to shatter a diamond? Was she involved in the shattering considering Zircon's allegations? What was her contribution to corruption? Her powers? The gems under her court? The decisions she makes? If the other diamonds have to go through to her before putting a plan into action? These are all things we can speculate and make assumptions on, but can only be solidified by the show coming forward and presenting her to confirm varying suspicions. And then there's Pearl. Our Pearl, of course. All the debates over if she served a diamond, and if she did, which diamond was it? White or pink? I currently side with her serving white and have for a while. There's also the idea that White Diamond has some sort of hold on Pearl, preventing her from speaking freely about the knowledge she possesses about Homeworld, about the diamonds. That White Diamond has mental manipulation, which would align perfectly with the other diamond's powers coming together to create corruption. All these ideas and signs point to White Diamond having a larger role than meets the eye in the current scope of the story. Why would she keep Pearl from spilling the beans, be absent from Rose's trial, if she had nothing to hide that would shatter the status quo? After all, she's the head honcho, so whatever those things are, they must be major and very sensitive to the structure of modern day Homeworld. Moving on, we have to address a pattern that sparked a major theory. It's been kicking for quite some time, but gained attention and traction ever since Jungle Moon aired as part of Steven Universe Stranded, not having anything to do with the diamonds from a storytelling perspective, but from more a marketing, strategic perspective. The first instance of any of the diamonds being spoken of was at the end of season 1 in The Return by Jasper, referring to Yellow Diamond. Yet, the character did not officially debut until the episode Message Received, that aired on January 7th, 2016. Now, Blue Diamond made a semi-debut in The Answer, that aired 3 days before Message Received, but she was cloaked and didn't make a fully voiced, full-on face reveal until the episode Steven's Dream, airing on January 2nd, 2017, via the app, and January 30th, 2017 on television. Finally, Pink Diamond, after a string of teases and small glimpses, had her physical face reveal debut, albeit through a dream, in Jungle Moon, which aired on January 5th, 2018. You seen the pattern yet? The pattern is that 3 of the 4 diamonds have had face reveals in January of each consecutive year, and if you want to count the app release of the Zoo arc, it's always in the beginning of the month, as if to kick off the year and have the show's run of episodes for those 365 days set sail with an absolute bang. Thus, a theory has circulated that this is an intentional and calculated move by Cartoon Network and the Crewniverse to debut a new diamond each January. This would mean that White Diamond will make her debut, or at least a face reveal, in January 2019. At face value, it makes sense. Give the fans something to look forward to in the beginning of each year, but when you really think about it, it doesn't hold much weight. It honest to God just seems like a coincidence, a happy accident. Allow me to explain. Yellow Diamond's January debut was a result of the Crewniverse pushing back a summer return in 2015 for the batch of fall episodes. Yes, the Crewniverse requested some extra time before airing more episodes of the show, causing the following episodes that began the cluster arc with the revelation of Tiny Peridot to be pushed back an entire month. Now, it's possible a hiatus would have happened anyways, but it's also possible we would have had the entire Birthday Bomb air in October instead of January. 2016 also saw the Summer of Steven, as many of you may recall, which was nearly 30 episodes airing in just a month. This was done and planned for many reasons. One of them, I recall, being a little cool treat for the fans to experience the show in real time. When it was summer in real life, it was summer in the show. When it was fall in real life, it was fall in the show. Showcased by episodes like Mindful Education, which featured Connie going back to school at the tail end of August, when schools began to start back up, and Gem Harvest airing around Thanksgiving. This was also illustrated with 3 Gems and a Baby, the winter special, obviously airing in December. But it wasn't aired out of order or anything. It lined up that perfectly. Meaning, when January 2017 rolled around and it was time to air more Steven, the Zoo arc was up next in the show, and Blue Diamond just happened to make her debut. Of course, 2017 would also have the show go through a very lengthy production hiatus that we're still feeling the ramifications of with the current television hiatus. Not to mention the entire 6-month hiatus of last year. Why has God forsaken us? Eric Thurm, who moderated the Steven Universe panel at New York Comic Con, revealed after the panel, through a conversation on Twitter, that he was informed the show was scheduled to return in fall 2017, following the Wanted event. Yet, it was delayed to winter, which was announced at Comic Con, causing initial confusion when his article directly conflicted with the New York Comic Con panel. If that production hiatus never occurred, and we had a normal flow of episodes released like normal, large of the stars Stars and Jogamoon would have aired way before January, although I imagine it still would have been Stranded, as those two episodes are worthy of a special event title. I believe the event Stranded always existed, but the January air date was just an adjustment if anything. I cannot side with the another January, another Diamond theory because it only came to be off of chance. That being said, I do believe some air dates are intentional, but let's hold off on that for a second. So, when will we see White Diamond? Soon. Very soon. I'm talking by the end of season 5 soon, which may be months upon months if the hiatuses keep up, considering the show isn't coming back until April, which that month holds some significance as well, factoring to White's debut. I feel like they already planted various seeds for her introduction. Once more, she was absent from Rose's trial, which may show an emotional disconnect, that she didn't really care for Pink. Yet, wouldn't that make her a prime suspect in being the true culprit behind her demise? If she never had an attachment, she would have no qualms with shattering her. Assuming Blue Diamond is innocent, she may interrogate every single last possible suspect. With her being overly emotional and holding a strong attachment to Pink, these accusations could even get irrational and spontaneous, pointing fingers at White. There's also Lars jacking Emerald's ship. As we gone over before, Emerald is an elite gem, and the biography for the Sun Incinerator and Lars of the Stars read, stolen from the heart of Homeworld. It's the latter part that really brings us home. Even if Emerald serves Yellow or Blue Diamond, which I'm leaning towards Yellow, Homeworld is White's territory. Something tells me she'd have different reactions to hearing a ship was stolen from a gem colony under Yellow's court and a ship was stolen from Homeworld, building up to her making an appearance, should Emerald return with a vengeance and capture Lars. White may want to see and punish someone who would steal from under her nose herself. Lastly, there's Pearl's origins and Stevani's dreams. Again, we know we're seeing Pearl's backstory with Rose soon. I'm assuming and hopeful this would go just a little bit beyond Rose and show us Pearl's early days and who she served. If for one reason or another she didn't belong to White Diamond, I still don't see White being left out of the equation. After all, not knowing anything about Pearl's heritage and White Diamond seems to add up all too well. With Stevani's dreams, assuming they'd fall asleep fused again, we could tap into Pink's memories once more and possibly get a glimpse of White. All three of these things could actually easily converge into one big storyline. It's just a matter of all these characters being in the right place at the right time. Personally, I have a pretty good idea of how, and I will share it with you guys, but not today. I digress. Expect to see White Diamond at least 2 points during the season. First, during Pearl's flashbacks, even if she doesn't make a full-on face reveal, a silhouette or at least name drop is a guarantee. Then, White will make a present-day debut, sometime towards the end of the season. Whether if it's a confrontation with the other diamonds that Steven somehow manages to wiggle his way into, or as someone eager to punish our beloved Pink Donut Boy. Finally, I mentioned earlier, the month April may have some importance to all of this. Allow me to explain. While I feel like the January diamond pattern was a coincidence, in previous years the show usually starts back up in March. Besides 2016 where it returned in May because of the summer of Steven, they had to save up episodes and couldn't do bombs back then, but this year Steven Universe returns in April. That's all fine and dandy, a bit of a wait, but hey, at least we know. It doesn't end there though. The month of April has a very special birthstone, Diamond. You think that's a coincidence? Do you really? We just got Pink Diamond and Jungle Moon, and with the face reveals of all three diamonds, I think the Crewniverse is finally ready for us to be acquainted with the ringleader. When Steven Universe returns in April, whether it be a special or a week-long bomb, I wager Pearl and Rose's origins will premiere, which of course will feature White Diamond. Mark your calendars, folks. It's going down. I legitimately believe Cartoon Network looked at it like,
bring it back in like February or March, but April has a birthstone, and we're looking at these episodes right here. We see that White Diamond appears in one of them, so let's air them in April. You may feel like they would have introduced White so close to showing Pink's face, but again, Blue Diamond and Yellow Diamond were only episodes apart. One hooded and dubbed by Garnet, one in present day, full-on face with her actual voice. We may see something similar, both in flashback form, but as whereas we got a full-on face reveal of Pink, White may be shrouded in darkness. Her facial details may be hidden for the time being. Or they could go all out and show her, even have her voiced. Either way, if the Crewniverse was bold enough to introduce two diamonds so close to each other before, I don't see why they wouldn't do it again. So yeah, get hyped for April. It's going to be absolutely cuckoo bananas.
But as always, these are just my thoughts and I'd love to hear yours. Are you ready to see White Diamond in action after all this time? Let us know what you think in the comments below, or tweet them to me at AwestruckVox or at the Roundtable at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at RoundtableVids. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and if you're new here, subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications so you can stay in the loop with all things Steven. Swing by our store and check out our Steven Universe inspired designs. Also be sure to check out Amino. Links to everything in the description. I hope you have a beautiful day. And AwestruckVox signing out. See ya!